And good. Okay, good evening again, everyone. Happy Monday night. I am so thankful that you are here tonight because I feel in my heart that something special is going to start tonight, and I am so excited about it. For those of you who know me, my name is or for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jessica Stewart. I am the proud mom of two sweet babies, ages 6 and 8. I call them my babies. I know they're not babies, but they will always be my babies. And married to my very best friend, Chris, and we live full time in this wonderful RV. We have been RV living since June of 2019. We moved into this a few months after I started my Young Living journey. So that's a little bit about me. And then I'm co-hosting tonight with my friend, Sarah. She's going to tell a little bit about herself, but she is an amazing mom of 4 beautiful children. And so I'm going to let her share a little bit about herself, why she said yes to Young Living as a product user, and then why she said yes to the business opportunity as well.
Thank you, Jess, so much. As she said, my name is Sarah. I have 4 kids, and they just turned 6 and 5, 3 and 2. And so we've got a lot of young ones running around the house. We just started homeschooling this year. And my husband and I also own a business for senior in-home caregiving. And so we run that business as well. And then my husband works full-time at our church too. So, but as far as Young Living goes, my son, since he was a baby, really has had respiratory issues and really bad respiratory issues. He ended up in the hospital the week that I was due actually for my daughter. I was 41 weeks pregnant and he was in the hospital. And because of his respiratory issues, and what I noticed over time, just as he was younger, that it kind of had a correlation to the products that I was using. So every time I would clean or do different things, his cough would get really bad, or he would start to struggle with his breathing again. And so I started looking for cleaner products, and I was really excited to tell all my friends I'm using great clean products. And then they were like, those are greenwashed. They're not actually clean. And my mind was blown that there could be products out there that are said to be safe, said to be natural, said to be clean, but they still contained all these harmful things in them and all these harmful chemicals. And so the more that I just kind of looked into available products, my friend started using Thieves and talking about it, and so it interested me more. Now I had bought a kit of oils when my son was a baby and never used them. I diffused them a few times and never used them because of his respiratory issues, and at that time there weren't many resources available to customers, and so I was just terrified that I was going to ruin him or harm him because I didn't know what I was doing. And so I stopped using oils. And so I was a little bit hesitant to get back into the Thieves or to start using Thieves because it was in Young Living and stuff. But as I did the research and as I found out more about Thieves, that it was actually a clean product and a good, safe product, it's plant-based, I decided to jump in and start using that. And so, and we have noticed such a difference in his breathing, in my daughter's skin and everything since using the Thieves line.
Yeah, I love your story, Sarah. It just makes me so happy and so thankful knowing that your son doesn't struggle with those issues anymore.
Yeah.
And as you started using the product, Sarah, what made you say yes to the business as well?
So I actually said yes to the business at the same time that I said yes to using Thieves. Because my friend kind of presented them both at the same time to me, which I'm so thankful for, because I had to figure out a way to pay for these products because I had been on a subscription for other things. And so my husband was like, but we're subscribing to that. We're paying for that. And at the time I had just gotten down to part-time work. And so I was like, but look at this opportunity. If these products actually work and they're actually clean and they're not harming our house, and I could make money while using them, even if it's just to cover our monthly order,
Yeah.
then why not? And so we kind of crunched the numbers and talked about it and prayed about it. And so then we were like, okay, like this makes sense. It just makes sense to try at least. So I did, and I haven't looked back.
Exactly. I love that, Sarah, because my story is so similar in that way, saying yes to both at the same time. And I forgot to mention earlier, there is a chat box option on Zoom. So if at any point you have questions, feel free to add those to the chat box. But when I started in March of 2019, a few months before saying yes, I was started doing research about essential oils and different struggles that my kids were having. Like my son was sleep issues, my daughter was skin issues, and my husband had major back pain. And he was like popping pills like every couple of hours because he could not get it to go away. We were doing all kinds of renovations. So he was like continually agitating it. And I was like, there has to be another way because I know this is not good on his liver. And so I started digging into the quality of essential oils because I was using them, but a different brand, not consistently, but when I had used them, we actually had a few adverse reactions, especially with my son, and it was just kind of scaring me. So I started digging and I found Young Living and I found their Seed to Seal Promise. And I've been like a self-proclaimed crunchy mom for a while. And when I read how they grow their plants, I was blown away. Like my mind was blown away. It's truly beyond organic. That's like a saying that we have around here, but it's so true. Like their standards are like, here's or USDA organic standards, and here's Young Living, like above the screen right now. And so I saw that. And then at the same time, my friend Tiffany, who was one of my traveling friends, we had met on Instagram of all places. Instagram can be a really, really good thing. And so we met on Instagram and they were traveling part-time in their Airstream. So that's why I was following them. And she was like, do you want to join my Young Living team? I was like, you do Young Living? I was just reading about their oils. They sound amazing. So that's how I said yes. I honestly said yes to both at once, which a lot of people are like, what, how could you do that? But like, it's one of those things you learn and you share as you grow. So whenever we talk about like sharing these products with others, you're just super honest. You're like, hey, I'm just starting this journey. You want to come learn with me? And that's just kind of how we got started in that way. So Sarah, so far, what has this business done for your family so far? I know you kind of touched a little bit about that already, but feel free to add anything to what you said earlier.
Yeah. So, I mean, health stuff aside, just having the financial, I don't like quite saying freedom yet because I'm not to where I want to be. I have big goals and big dreams. And I'm not there yet. But it's paying for our monthly order right now, plus some. And so I'm able to purchase all the things that we need to help our bodies and to help our family. And then I have all of that covered. And plus I'm able to bring in a little bit to help support my family. So to me, that's financial freedom because then I don't have to be out doing another job and I can be home with my kids while doing this. And I do have a couple other part-time jobs as well, just a couple hours a week and whatnot, but it gives me the flexibility to do that. And so I just love that. But then also just the community. And I know this community is just amazing. And I always say that it's the community that I never knew I needed, because I have a really great circle of friends, and but this community just literally we talk every single day, and constantly encouraging, constantly supporting, constantly, I mean, we pray with each other, we build each other up. And I needed that in my life, and I didn't know that I needed that in that way. And then finally, just like fulfillment of purpose. My passion is to mentor people and to help people learn and grow. And that's just always been something. I was a youth, I was in the youth ministry, and I was a tutor like at a young age for other students. And it's just always been something I've been passionate about, just to help people learn and grow. And this really gives me that opportunity to pour into others. I get to pour into the amazing women on my team, and just help them learn and grow and develop. And then I get to pour into customers and people that are just learning about the products and help them find solutions for their home. It just gives me so much joy, and like I just feel so fulfilled with doing it. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that so much, Sarah. She hit so many things on the head right there. So when it comes to this opportunity, she is at a huge point in her journey. Like she has her products covered and more, which is a huge milestone in this journey. And we'll get a little bit more into that um, in just a few minutes. But for me, what this has meant to me, I agree with Sarah. This is a community that I always needed, that I had no idea that I needed. And I do have some very, very close knit friends. And some of them have joined me with this journey, and that's been so much fun. And then there's been other people that I reconnected with that we hadn't talked in years and years. And because of this opportunity, I've grown in that way in my networking. And then I've met people that I would have never met had it been for Young Living. And Sarah is an example of that. She is a friend of a friend's, and that's how we got connected, and many other people on this call. So for me, my background before Young Living was we were in full-time vocational ministry. We decided to leave full-time vocational ministry when we moved into the RV. And so I did need another part-time job. I was also working in education remotely at the time. And so over the course of the past 3 years, I was able to quit my educational job and fully focused on Young Living. So that's what it's done for us financially. It helped us during a season of really hard times that not a lot of people know about. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm pretty vulnerable and pretty open about our story, but we went through like a lot as a family, a lot of healing, a lot of like mental health healing, marriage healing, things like that. And Young Living provided for us financially during that season that was really hard, and during a season of life that we weren't able to do other things. And so because of the flexible hours, the fact that we can do it from anywhere in the country from our phones, and it's been amazing for that. And it's also provided wellness. You will see me drinking this drink all the time. You will see me picking up my oils all the time. If you are here in my RV, I would say, look through all of my cabinets and see what I use every single day. And it's literally changed my energy levels. My hormones are balanced. Like, my mood is better. Like, health wise, I've never felt better than I have right now. And then just kind of segueing into some of the dreams that we have, it's provided a vehicle for dreams that are really, really deep in my heart. And so Sarah and I are going to share some of our dreams with you, because we are women of faith, and we are also women who are bold in our purpose and the things that God has called us to do. And we want to help other women do the same. And so I'm going to have Sarah share some of her goals and dreams with you.
yeah, so I mean, for this business aspect, my dream is I'm gonna go to the top and I'm gonna take you all with us. But in but because of what that will provide for my family, And that means debt free. That means being able to run this other business that we are so passionate about as well without having to take a penny from it. That means being able to provide, one dream that we have is to own our own land, to have a ton of land so we can have different homes on it. My husband's family, my husband's from Ghana, West Africa, and so his family's all there. And we would love to just have a home that they can come and stay lengths of time, or missionaries that are home raising money to go back into the field and just be able to bless them with a place to stay. And we can't do any of this obviously without having an income. And so my dream is just to run and to run and to run. But another dream is just to help my family retire. My pastor, or my dad, has been a full-time pastor, and my parents have been in full-time ministry for over 30 years now. And so I want to help support them in their retirement journey. And I know that this could be a huge part in that. And so that just really, really fuels me to just run and work really, really hard in it.
I love that. It's so funny, like how people will say, like, over time, you will eventually meet and like attract people to you that are so similar. And it's just so awesome because this community of women, like, we are dreamers and we go for things that are hard. And it's amazing how when you get like people together, you continue to dream big, and it's beautiful what can come out of that. I have a lot of similar dreams and goals as Sarah. One thing is that I am so passionate about being generous and giving. And I'm one of those people that, even in seasons of my life where I had very little, I have always wanted and done the best I can to be generous with the little that I have. And I have had seasons where I've had a little and I've had a lot and in between. And I just want to continue to be faithful with this business and steward it well and continue to run and run, so that I can give and give and give some more. I am one of those people that I hear like stories of my car broke down or this happened or that happened. And I'll look at my husband and I was like, if I had 10 grand extra to just buy them a car, a used vehicle, like I would do it in an instant. Like, my heart for people in ministry, my heart for missionaries who work so tirelessly on the field, and then they come back to the US and then they have to work so hard for a year to raise all of their funds. Like, if I could be that giver to be like, here is your money for the next 3 years. Please come home and rest so that you can be better equipped for the field. Because growing up as I was a first generational pastor, but just growing up in the church, like, we always gave to missionaries. Like, that's a huge part of my upbringing. And now I have friends who are in the field and they come home and they don't get to rest. So to be able to help missionaries rest is huge for me. And I get that not everyone has that same passion. Maybe something else really drives you, like people in the medical field or teachers or something that you really want to help and bless. So it's okay that if your dreams are way different than ours, but giving is just huge for us. Financial and time freedom for my family. I feel like we have worked really hard already to create an environment where we have a lot of flexibility, but I have even beyond that, like dreams beyond that, of like being able to fly and go wherever we want to, and those types of freedoms as well. And then a huge part for my family, which our kids are super involved in, is we have dreams of growing our income from Young Living and literally creating and starting new businesses. And I've just got a really entrepreneurial heart and mindset. And so we talk about things all the time. Like my 6 and 8-year-old, like, we're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they're like,
Mhm.
well, I want to start this and I want to start that, because they hear us talk about that. Like, not once have they been like, I want to go work for such and such. They're like, I want to do Young Living with you and I want to go start a smoothie shop. And it's just so fun. And I have like a designer's heart. Like, I've lived and flipped in many houses and RVs now. And so I really want to buy and flip homes and do Airbnbs and like create all kinds of things like that. So those are like huge things for our family as well. Um, so something that we kind of touched on earlier is just how there's like different levels of goals in our businesses. And so we're going to talk a little bit, or I'm going to mention, like Sarah earlier said, she's at this point, her products are covered and she's got a little extra coming in. And I want you to know, like, anyone who joins our team, we link arms with you in this way. If you're like Sarah and I, and you're like, I want to run to the top, if you go to Young Living and you go to the income disclosure, I'm actually going to pop it in the chat box real quick. You can click on that and look at it later, or whoever invited you to the call, or if you're watching this recording link, just ask them for the income disclosure. But for Sarah and I, were like, we want to go all the way to the top because we have all these crazy dreams that you just heard about. Not crazy, like actually can be realistic dreams, but we like to dream really, really big here. But this is a work at your own pace. So maybe you come in and you're like, okay, that sounds like a lot, but I have 30 minutes Monday through Friday, and I want to give that to this business. I want to give it a try. We're like, yes, you can do that. And we can give you all the tools and resources that you need. You won't have to hunt them down. We'll literally say, here you go. Here is a
Yeah.
system. We have a system in place. We have an app that you can download and use as a product user. You can upgrade as a business, as a brand partner. But you can work it at your own pace. So maybe for you, you're like, I just need clean products in my home because I want my kids to not have exposure to chemicals and I need the products covered. You can work enough to cover your products and make it more of like a hobby thing that you do. But you can also decide to, you might look at that income disclosure and you might see like the rank of what's called silver. That's the rank I'm at right now. And go, wow, if I was at that rank, I could cover my mortgage and I could cover ballet and baseball and all the things that my kids want to do. And that is great and a possibility as well. Or maybe you look and you're like, oh, well, if I got there, I could actually quit my job. Or if I got there, my spouse or significant other could quit their job. Or maybe you see the top rank and you're like, oh, that's what they're talking about, building houses for their family in Ghana and the missionaries. That's what they mean by that. And that truly is an opportunity that is for anyone. There's no limitations to who can get there. It's truly just up to you. We have, like I said, resources available more than you will ever need in your whole life. And we have a system in place. And Sarah and I have been working on a system for quite a while now. Lots of stuff behind the scenes, but we have been figuring it out and we can literally hand it to you and get you going right now. So all you have to do to get started is grab a business essentials kit. So if you are a current customer already on our team, all you have to do is go into your account and there is an option. You kind of hover over your name and you can go down to become a brand partner and it will direct you to buy a business essentials kit. It's literally $29.99 plus shipping because they're going to ship you some beautiful material in the mail to help you get started in your journey. You're also going to receive a 3-month subscription to a service called MyYL, and we can talk about that later when you're ready, but it's an amazing resource. If you have yet to join any of us, whether it's me or Sarah or another brand partner on our team who gave you this link tonight or sent you the link to the recording, all you have to do is also grab that business essentials kit, and then you grab what products are right for you to get going in your wellness journey. And again, whoever invited you will walk you through the best thing for you. Because for me, I got started with a premium starter bundle. It came with a beautiful diffuser and 12 oils, and those are 12 oils that I still love and use today on almost a daily basis, literally. But we have other bundles available as well. Or you can get started with this amazing red drink that will change your life. It's called Ningxia Red. And that is how you get started. There's no monthly minimums. However, as a brand partner, you will want to be on the loyalty rewards program because you will get a customized box that you choose what you want every single month sent directly to your home. And you get to literally change your wellness journey and your family, and you get to help your friends and family do the same. And after that, we get you plugged into all of our resources. We invite you to come back on Mondays at 5:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Central time to this call for weekly training with me and my brand partners. We also have our our leadership team. They host wellness calls on Monday nights as well, and additional training on Thursday nights. So we are here. That is where so much community comes in. And then we also have another app that we use where we talk a lot throughout the day. If you want to, you don't have to, you can do this on your own pace without having to be involved in everything, but we just let you know about those up front. So if you want to be like all into the community, you can be. But if you're like, you know what, I want part of the community, but I just want to put my head down and just do this because I have a full-time job and a this and a that, you can do that too. It's kind of like what you want from it, you can get from it. So anyway, that's what we had for you tonight. So whoever sent this to you cares about you. Whoever sent this to you or invited you tonight loves you, and they see potential in you that you may not be able to see in yourself right now. But the person that sent this to you, and it might be me or Sarah or another team member on our team, they see it in you and they want to invite you in because we all know what this has done for us. This has been 28 minutes so far of that's just a little glimpse of the big amount of beauty behind all of this. My life has been forever changed by this. So has Sarah's. And I know that yours can be too, if you choose to do this. And so we just want to invite you in. Thank you again for your time. If you are on the live call, please talk to the person that invited you tonight while you have this nudge in your heart. Don't let that stop. Act on that nudge. And if you're watching the recording link, as soon as you're done, go message the person that sent it to you and act on that nudge, because we're ready to help you change your life, your family's lives, and so many tons, like hundreds, maybe thousands. I don't know. Let's dream big, of people that you could possibly influence because of this business. So thank you again for being here. Sarah, thank you so much for your time and sharing. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add to that?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
But thank you so much.
Okay. Yes. Thank you again. We hope you have a great night, and we will chat with you soon. Thank you again. Have a good night.